and I from AA103, and this is Miss Noidaya Razia from Leon. Okay, now I'm going to ask Miss a few questions about English.
Okay.
Then can we start now?
Alright.
Okay. Question. Okay. First question: how do you learn to speak in English?
I was learned in primary school with my English teacher.
Okay. Question number two: when did you start to learn English language?
Since I was 7 years old at my primary school.
Okay. Number three: who is the person that encouraged you to learn English?
Person that encouraged me to learn English is my parents and also teachers.
Four: what are the benefits that you will get when you learn English?
The benefit is when I was working right now, I need English to speak with my client, my customer, and also when I was traveling the other country.
Okay. How often do you use English language in daily conversation?
Not too much. When I was meet with my client and also customer.
Okay. Question number six: what kind of reaction that you get when you speak with others?
Most of them understand my English.
Which language do you prefer to use in daily conversation?
Actually, not only English, also bahasa Melayu. I was used when I was.
Okay, question number seven: which language do you prefer to use in daily conversation?
Actually, English and also bahasa Melayu because others can speak English and others cannot speak English well.
Okay, question number eight: why do you think it's important for Malaysian to learn English?
Like I said before, English is important when you are working for interview or when you traveling the other country because most of them they are using English.
Okay, question number nine: do you think learning English is easy?
Quite easy when you understand the pronunciation, the grammar, and also how the teacher teach you.
Okay. Question number 10: what are the limit that you are having when you speak English?
The limit is when the pronunciation, the words that I can speak well.
Okay, that's all. Thank you, Miss Noida and Nazia, and for your cooperation.
Welcome. Okay, thank you for coming.
Hi guys, I am Natasha. I am from AA Podcast. If you would like to use some thoughts on conversation, Hi, I'm Claire and I'm 27 years old this year. How did you get to speak English? I started that, I think everyone learned in kindergarten. But then I think the only time when I truly started is when I was in Form 3, which is 15 years old, because of SPM, PMR, and I spent my time in a cafe just to kill my time actually while waiting for my tuition to start. So that's how I start to learn my English just in a cafe. I used to pick up every single book to read just so that I can kill my time.
Second question is, when did you start learning English language?
I think I answered that when I was 15 years old, starting from the PMR that year itself.
Okay, third question, who is the person that encouraged you to speak English language?
I don't think there is anyone encourages me to speak in English. Even though my mom actually forced me to read newspaper back then, yes. She used to ask me to card some articles from the newspaper and then learn every single vocabulary, every single word that I don't know. But then the one that encourages me, I would say more on myself because I love reading all the novels. I love reading all the stories, and I slowly to learn, as in like I practice that daily and use the word that I just learned. And I found it like it's pretty interesting to use it and also to be able to converse with other people. So the the result of it is the one that encourages me to do it even more.
Okay, fourth question. What are the benefits that you will get when you speak in English?
I think the benefit is to be able to, to bring out my message across directly and more, I think more clearly. Because if you know a lot, and then you will be able to use even more variety or like a simpler or a much more bombastic word depending on the context itself. Yeah.
Okay, fifth. How often do you use English language in your daily conversation?
I think most of the time, yeah. Even though I'm Chinese, but I'm not Chinese educated, so yeah, which is why I would say English and Malay would be my primary language. Yeah, even though my mother tongue is Mandarin, but my Mandarin is really not that good.
Oh,
Yeah.
six. What kind of reaction that you get when you speak in English with often?
Oh, usually people would. I think I can break it down into two. One is just a very normal one because everyone speaks English in Malaysia as well. But the other, one more side of the context is where people would respect you for having a fluent English, because people would understand that even though you're from Malaysia, but you are able to speak fluently, and that people would at least give a little respect on that.
Seven. Which language do you prefer to use in your daily conversation?
Personally, I think English. Yes, yeah. That's my Mandarin. I will only use Mandarin
When you're at home.
yeah, or maybe when I am with Malaysian, the non-Chinese educated friends, because their Mandarin is not that good as well.
Oh,
Yeah, and our Mandarin is like bahasa rojak type.
oh.
Yeah,
Why do you think it is important for Malaysia to learn English?
I would think that it's not to see like, okay, I think it's important because it's no matter what language that you wanted to learn, it is always a tool to deliver your message across, and it's also something to connect with you and another person. Let's say from another countries or anyone a tourist, you that language is the one that brings you both together, and it's also a way to exchange your let's say we are from two different countries, and then if I use English and you use English, we get to exchange our message clearly. And let's say I'm from China. Let's say I'm from China. I get to share with you what China is all about, and then you get to share with me what Malaysia is all about. And it's a very clear and direct message that you get to deliver the right messages to be delivered across.
Nine. Do you think learning English is
At first, it's not that hard because I don't have the passion to learn until Form 3 that time when I was just trying to kill my time, learning all these things. But then it's because of my essay. My essay is the one that pushes me to learn even more about writing. First, I started with writing first because of my essay. You know, you can write like pages and pages of essay during Form 3 that time. That is the one that encourages me to learn further and more about English. And that is also the one that makes everything, the the learning process so much more easier just because once I learned, I applied onto my papers, and then I got a lot of good feedbacks from the teachers. I even started to be more active in the class, asking teacher if there is more homeworks for English, just for English exercises, and then after that, I also like want to know more and started to speak more with my teacher. So the conversation goes much more smoother, and it gives me that kind of because of the good result that I got. It is actually the one that affirms whatever that I wanted to learn about English. So yeah, it's hard at first for sure, but after that, super easy when I got the passion, when I got the result, when I saw my result.
Last question, what are the needs that you are having when you speak English?
I would say there are still some words that I don't know for sure, but most likely if it's on another countries or with other cultures, they always have their own jargon. Yeah, so let's say even though you're Malaysian, Chinese they have their own jargon that I don't understand, or maybe the Malay they have their own jargon that I don't understand. But most likely it's all good, but the limit is varied from context to context.
Okay, thank you for coming for our
Thank you very much for having me.
yeah.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lokman Hazmi Benedit. Today I want to interview one from Mr. W. Lewis. Okay, the first question is, how did you learn to speak English?
Okay, so my family and we started to speak. My mom encouraged us to speak in English ever since we were little kids. So she also enrolled me in English kindergarten. So I guess when I was small, I already started speaking.
The second one is, when did you start to learn English language?
Like I said earlier, I think when I was small, my mom always tried to adapt us with English. So yeah, we already started early age.
Who is the person that encouraged you to learn English?
Most of the time, my parents, I guess, many of my family members also use English. And then I love to watch English movies better than others. From that.
What are the benefits that you will get when you learn English?
Well, as we all know, in this world we used to have Malay as the lingua franca. Now I think English is the common language that we use around the world. So the benefits is that we can easily communicate with others.
Next, how often do you use English language in daily conversation?
Most of the time, because my friends also using.
It's good. Next, what kind of reaction that you get when you speak English with others?
Because I have many Malay friends, so, and I also stay in Malay communities. Most of the time, I don't really get good impression. Many people think I'm trying to brag that I know how to speak.
Okay, next question. Which language do you prefer to use in daily conversation?
Daily conversation,
English or Malay?
Malay.
Why do you think it is important for Malaysians to learn English?
Because nowadays, if you notice, wherever you go to apply for work, many people demand you to speak in English. So I guess you'll get more opportunities outside. Either in working field or study field, English is important.
Okay, do you think learning English is easy? Or
Well, actually, to me personally, I think English is easy.
the last question is, what are the limits that you are having when you speak English?
I think my vocabs are not variety, so that's why I think people need to read more and watch more English movies so their vocabs are more variety and fun.
Thank you.